Well, it's been 2 weeks since I started the routine, and I'd like to talk a little bit about how it's made me feel. So before I started all this, I was struggling with everyday life, wishing I could smoke again or just escape really from my situation, which is being in pain in my muscles all of the time, from the moment I wake to the moment I fall asleep. And to try and come to terms with that mentally is really difficult, really draining. And it's taken me many years to accept my situation and to try and work towards a way of coping with life and to try and live a life with some fun and happiness and success in it. And when you suffer from pain and fatigue, your energy levels are so low that your mind doesn't work properly. And so how are you meant to deal with everyday life and getting on with what you want to get on with and living a good life when you're so tired you can't think properly, and when you're dropping things or forgetting things, and you don't have enough energy to get up even and go to work, and then you rely on things to get you through it, like caffeine or cigarettes or other things, which in the end have a negative impact on your health. And so I spent many years trying to work out how to cope with the physical and mental problems that I have to deal with. And that's when I came up with this idea that I should just stick to a routine. Because partly when you know what you're going to do each day, you don't need to think so much. So you wake up and you know each day you're going to try and do a little bit of yoga or a little bit of meditation and cook and a bit of exercise, for example. And so you don't need to wake up each day and feel like you've got nothing to do, especially if you've had to stop working, which I did do for a while. Your days become very meaningless, and then you become more depressed and you cope less with life, and you end up being quite reclusive and isolated. And this routine helps to bring you back to kind of almost a reality or normality, because you should be achieving a little bit each day, which makes you feel good, and improves your health and well-being. This is why I started the routine, because I needed to be able to move forward even when I was feeling so low that I couldn't think or wasn't motivated to do anything. Meditation. Meditation is brilliant because it helps to connect you with your body, to calm your thoughts and ease your mind, to stop you from becoming your thoughts and emotions, and allowing you to gain a perspective where you can feel calmer and more in control of your life. By doing different meditations, I can connect more with accepting the pain I feel. I can also do visualizations that help me to improve my understanding of life, and it's a fantastic way to give yourself a bit of time to be at peace and heal purely through breathing. Yoga. Yoga is fantastic. It goes very well with the meditation because yoga is to balance and align your body to be able to sit in the meditative posture for longer. It also feels really good to stretch the body and the muscles, and I feel a lot of satisfaction when I've completed a yoga session. I'm following a 30-day yoga class on YouTube at the moment, and it's been fantastic to, once it's done, I feel elated, I've achieved something for that day. And I think achieving a little something each day is one of the keys to why I feel still motivated to keep going. Exercise. Exercise, when you look into chronic pain, is the only thing everyone can agree on. A little bit of exercise every day, a little walk, a little run, some push-ups, some sit-ups, whatever you want to do. At the moment I'm doing 5 to 10 push-ups and sit-ups, a little walk, and I've just started after 2 weeks now, which I never thought I'd be able to do. I'm going for a little run every other day. I've done it twice and we'll just see how that goes. And so every day, by doing a tiny bit, you're going to be improving your fitness, flexibility and strength, which is going to allow you to be able to cope better with your situation. Gratitude. So I've studied quite a lot of Buddhism. I like spirituality and understanding the deeper essence of our natures, and I've learned a lot and thought a lot about gratitude, to say thank you for what life has given you, even though you've got the pain, even though you've got everything else. I'm thankful for having the opportunity to walk this path, to experience this life in this way. I also try to think about everyone else who's going through pain and suffering, and try and feel their their issues and empathise with them, and wish everyone well. And it's a kind of prayer and gratitude meditation to the universe, to life, to yourself, and speaking it out loud and affirming what you want to achieve or what you're hoping for. Maybe you ask for guidance and help with the path you're going on, and I do feel like you get something back out of that, so well worth doing. The journal, fantastic. Being so interesting at the end of each day to settle down before I go to sleep and write about how I feel, what I've learned in that day. And reading back through it now, it's day 14, and reading back through the days, it's so much change has happened, and I learned so much from reading even yesterday's, and that how I was feeling then is so different from how I'm feeling now. And it also allows me to document some of the more profound things that I've learned by walking along this path of the routine, and to not forget how these different things affect me and how changeable I am day to day. So it's very grounding and informative. The dream diary. The dream diary is interesting because it tries to document quite an obscure side of my life, which is the dreams. And they always are quite funny. If I remember them, they're always a bit bizarre and quite full on. And it's interesting to just write them down and see if I can make sense of any of them. Generally, for me personally, they're not anything that I can particularly say, oh, that's cropped up because of that or this. So, but that's something really interesting to do in the morning, maybe to ground you and start the day off with something positive you can achieve. Write that down, and you've ticked, something you've done for the day that's positive. So, more info on the dream diary to come. And the last thing is to be moving forward in your journey. So to either be doing a bit of work, whatever that might be, to be training for something new. I had to stop a very physical job, and now I'm training to do something more using my mind. And I think it's important to do what fits your situation. However hard it might be to stop doing something that you enjoy, even though it's bad for you, it's still hard to let go of that. So for me, the final thing on this is the benefits of either retraining and learning a new skill, or gently going back into work with whatever you're doing, because that's another way to achieve something and support yourself as much as you can each day. Overall, I encourage everyone to do the best they can to come up with some ideas for what they want to achieve each day and each week, and really gently and really honestly put the time and the effort in to get the ball rolling. And I understand that it sometimes feels almost impossible, but I can assure you that not doing it will be worse in the long run, and that you can do this, and that you're more capable than you think you are, and that there's a lot of us all in this together, and it's time to heal and to grow and to share. And so I wish everyone the best of luck, and have a great